And I should be live. Welcome everyone to the brickitecLIVE late night radio show. It's been a while. I was just in Jim Blade's stream and I was inspired to start streaming. I'm awake, got my microphone plugged in. It's time to get going here. So welcome everyone. If YouTube sends out the invitations or notifications, that'd be nice. And looks like they did. Thank you, YouTube. I appreciate it so much, especially after doing my one live stream and no one got notified, no one showed up, and I was so lonely. It makes me appreciate it that much more. Sometimes you need to experience hardships to have things go well. So, if you guys haven't been to one of these streams before, you guys know how it works. There's nothing to see. It's just an audio thing. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you got, throw it at me. Everyone's saying hello. Hello. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. That's my Beef Hab impression. I think he would appreciate that one. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Michael. Thank you. Be my Valentine, Michael. I have a peace offering to send you. Bruce got sad when the car wash ate my money. Dude. If you guys didn't see my Greg's World vlog today, I got ripped off at the car wash. Went to the car wash. The garage, like the door was closed to it. It's like a glass door or whatever. And I was like, okay, it's wintertime. Probably open up after I pay. So I paid. Luckily, I just did like the basic car wash. I didn't do like the super duper extra awesome deluxe car wash. And I put my money in. Things like pull forward when it's ready. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there and nothing. So I lost $6. Not a huge deal. I ended up hand washing it, which only cost me $4. That's the way to go. So that was fun. Made for a fun video. Today was a really good vlog. It was one of those situations, and I always say this, I kind of go into my videos, at least my vlog videos, not my Lego videos, but I go into them not really knowing what it's going to turn into. I just start recording and documenting things as they happen, and sometimes it turns into something that's kind of fun and interesting. And when you have these plot twists like that, or like when the power went off at the movie theater, it adds like a little element of fun to the video. If everything goes well, life is boring, right? Who's my Valentine? Probably my wife. Sorry. Taken. When's the next Games with Greg episode? Asked Damien. Dude, I don't know. It's been a long time. We were just talking about that. I need to get on there. It comes down to priorities. And oh my goodness, Addison Versus is here. My goodness. Welcome, Papa Bear, if that's you. I've got 4 channels. You guys may know that. And I'm trying to prioritize. I guess equal prioritize between Brickitect and Greg's World. Those are my 2 main channels, of course. And in the last year, Brickitect I've been trying to really go hard at it, and it's gone well, and I've loved what I'm doing there. But Greg's World has kind of fallen off because I was going crazy on brickitecLIVE. I think I've proven that you can't really manage 4 channels successfully unless you're willing to put a lot of time into it. But when you got a house and a family and stuff, and you're trying to not get burnt out, 4 channels is not recommended, at least by me. If you can rock it out, more power to you. I probably could do 3, or I could do 4. This would be how I did my 4 channels. I'm gonna lay it out for you guys. Maybe this will be what I title the stream: How to Run 4 YouTube Channels, or How to Manage 4 YouTube Channels. This is how I would do it. I'd get up in the morning, hit the record button on my camera. I'd record everything that me and Clark do throughout the day for Greg's World, whatever that turns into. During that time, I would cut away to record a Brickitect video, some type of Lego related thing, right? So there you got your 2 channels taken care of. And then I would edit those videos up after we're all done shooting them. So the Greg's World vlog would go up, the Brickitect vlog would go up, and they'd kind of overlap a little bit. And then later that evening, I would go live at maybe like 7 o'clock on brickitecLIVE, where I do some type of Lego related thing for maybe half an hour or so. I would go back up with the family until Clark goes to bed. And then about 10 o'clock, I would go live on Games with Greg, where I run like an hour-long live stream. At 11 o'clock, I would go to bed, and the next day would start all over again. But in all that time, I'd also have to edit the 2 videos and turn those vlogs into something entertaining. And you could do that for a little while, I think, but eventually it would just be like, it would be too much. But that's how you could successfully manage 4 channels. So if anybody wants to try that out, good luck to you. I honestly think the best thing you can do is do 1 channel, but just go all in on it. Like do daily videos, whatever your passion is, whether it's sharing your life, sharing your Lego collecting journey, sharing your love for your pet iguana. Just go all in on that and make videos on that channel and just focus on it, because then you could grow that. Me, I'm all over the place, but that's good for me because I get bored easily, so I like having these different avenues and stuff. The only thing that I don't have that I think would be cool, and I kind of got this idea from Bricksar, was to have almost like he does Bricksar Derailed, where it's just whatever he wants to throw out there. And it'd be cool just to have like a throwaway channel where you can just put absolute garbage out there, but it's like, it is what it is. Non-edited. Oh, Creeper C, thank you for the donation, Monfraner. I appreciate it. Maniac says, I hate daily videos as a creator. I can't be all in with daily videos. I like daily videos because it keeps you on a schedule. That's the reason I like it. I do think it's better to do quality over quantity, and I really don't like the idea of making a video just because today's a new day. And I see some people do that. But if I find myself, it's when you're like self-employed or whatever, when you don't have a commitment to someone, it's hard to maintain that. Like if I didn't say I'm making a video every day, it'd be real easy to be like, you know what, I'm going to take today off. I'll make a video tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, well, Thursday is always a good day to put out a video. I'll do a video on Thursday. And then Thursday comes and you just keep pushing it back and you get super lazy. Well, you don't, not necessarily, but it's easy to fall into that trap. So I'm trying. I've pretty much determined that I'm never going to put a video out on Monday ever again on Brickitect. That's kind of like my day off. Mondays historically, at least through Lego, and I guess just in YouTube in general, I found are the worst days to put out videos because people are busy. People are going back to work, going back to school, they're doing their thing. So I find that Brickitect 6 days a week works really well. And it's not hard for me to do the videos. Like, I really enjoy it, and it keeps me progressing. And I'm trying to get through all the stuff that I have here. Greg's World, it's a little bit harder. It's like you got to find, it's easy to come down to the studio here and be like, okay, I'm going to build a Batman set today. I'm going to build a Lego movie set today. Whereas your regular life, it's like, okay, what is interesting today? Is there anything interesting today? Can I find something to do that's interesting? And I find that when I start recording, I'm more inclined to do things that are interesting, which is good. So I'm trying to record as much as I can there. Plus, I'm trying to record as much stuff as I can with the Clark Man, because you may or may not have noticed he's getting older. He's growing up, and even though I've probably recorded more of his life than pretty much any human has recorded their kids, or most people do. Like I'm gonna say like 98% of people probably have fewer videos of their child than I do. I still wish I would have recorded more. And I know I'm going to wish that I recorded more when Clark was the age he is right now, when he's like 15 years old or when he's 40 years old. So I'm trying to record as much as I can and capture these awesome moments that we're having. So I'm doing my best on everything. We got a donation from Lego Maniac 25. It says, any advice on starting a Lego channel at 13? I'll give you the same advice that I give someone that's starting a Lego channel at 75. Share who you are and your personality. I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable doing that, but it's going to be what sets your channel apart from a lot of other people's and what draws me to channels. Like Ryan today, for example, he did M&R Productions. You guys may know him. He did a video documenting or talking about his 10 years that he's been on YouTube. And I thought that was a really special video because while he does share his personality somewhat, it was fun just kind of seeing him kind of talk about his past and, documenting it and sharing it. And that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I'm more interested in seeing someone in what they're doing than I am in the set they're sharing. I really don't care what sets you want to share. I want to know about you, and I want you to inject your personality into something. So try to make it personal is number one. Number two, don't be too focused on making the videos good. Just start recording. Don't even edit them. Just click record, say, hey, today I built this really awesome set. I had a lot of fun with it. This is why I like it. This is why I bought it. This is why I don't like it. Put that thing on YouTube and throw it out there. And do that consistently, whether it's once a day, once a month, once a year, hopefully not once a year, but however frequent you want to upload, make sure you're consistent. Those three things I think will lead you to success on YouTube, but it's still very hard. I mean, you just have to keep going. Just don't give up. Don't become a dead channel like so many channels that you find that are like that. Maniac says, YouTube doesn't feel like a passionate, carefree hobby. It has rules and dates like a job, like a business. No, I don't agree with that. YouTube really is whatever you make it. I will say this to Lego Maniac 25. If you don't have a passion for making videos and you don't enjoy that process, don't even start. I'm usually a person, and I've mentioned this before, I'm a person that tries to motivate people to start channels. You may know some people that have no interest in doing YouTube but have made channels and they need to come back and keep making their channel. But if you aren't passionate about this, you're never going to last, because it's going to take so long before your video that you uploaded that got 9 views, and you do that the next day and it gets like 12, and you know, a year later your videos might be getting 200 views. To actually make it through that, it's not easy. It really isn't. I remember Greg's World back in the day. I used to look at my videos and I was like, if that video doesn't get 100 views within a month, I'm going to take it down. And now I can't even imagine like a video having 100 views. My videos, and I'm not saying this to brag, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm just telling you where I came from and where I'm at now. My videos have 100 views within the first couple minutes that it's up. So that's what I'm talking about. You got to stick with it. I'm saying this not to brag, but to motivate you or to demotivate you. If you don't have the passion or the courage or the intensity to stick with YouTube for a year or two before you actually start seeing any progress or traction, don't even start, because you're wasting your time. But as far as Maniac said about it not being a carefree hobby, it really is. Unless you're just so focused on making money on it, then it becomes a job. The only rules of YouTube are around monetization. Other than that, you can do whatever you want as long as you're not like doing some type of hate speak or whatever. You can pretty much make whatever videos you want. It's when people get all worked up about the losing monetization that people feel that way, I think. And a lot of people's goal is to do this as a job. What frustrates me is when people complain about YouTube, when they complain about the monetization, when they complain about whatever it is about the platform. Here's my thoughts on that. If you don't like it, leave. Go somewhere else. There may not be a place to go. You're never going to get the traction. You're never going to see the audience that is on YouTube. So you either play by the rules or you shut up and leave. Stop complaining about it. And that sounds harsh, but that's just the reality. There's too many people that feel like YouTube owes them something. YouTube owes you nothing. They're providing you a platform to do whatever you want to do on in terms of videos. They owe you nothing beyond that. If they told everyone tomorrow that there's going to be no more monetization, that's the way it is. You don't like it, leave. Ryan appreciates my rant. I've been pretty good at the rants lately. It seems like I always regret it afterwards. Like Bricks and Bits last night, we recorded that. I went on a rant about, what did I rant about? Lego prices? Or Lego store. Lego store charging higher prices than everywhere else. It feels really good going on a rant at the time, but afterwards I'm like, dang, I went too hard on that. What was the last of Bricks and Bits? I went on a rant about the brickheads. And at the time it felt like the right thing to do. And then afterwards I'm like, dang, I went too hard on that. So I don't know. I need to stop ranting. People like rants, but it's just when you feel really passionate about something, you tend to go a little too far, and it's too much. So yeah. Sorry for my rants, guys. I do find something very interesting is people really don't like when you express your opinion when it's a negative one. It's really interesting. Like my last video when I said that Emmett's Peace Offering, in my opinion, is the worst polybag. People, they just can't accept the fact that your opinion may be different from theirs. Like everyone that really liked that polybag was all like, I can't believe this is ridiculous. That video had more dislikes than most videos that I put out. And it's the only reason that people disliked it isn't because it's a bad video, the quality was bad, my presentation was bad. It was simply because they didn't agree with what I had to say. And what I had to say just happened to be something negative. Now, had I went on there and done what you should do and be like, oh, here's the set and it's so great, everything's fantastic and everything is awesome, people would have loved the video. But I'd rather be honest. That's my thoughts on it. So that's the way it is. Apparently, I guess people, you can't share your opinion if it's not something that people don't want to hear, I suppose. Where can we go from my rant? Let me go back through the comments and see what we can find. Maniac says, you say all the time something's wrong with YouTube or Hangouts. Why didn't you leave? Yeah, I pretty much have to pray to the YouTube gods. The reason that I have issues with Hangouts is because it's not necessarily associated with YouTube, but it's the only way that I can do streams with other people. You may or may not have noticed that I typically don't do Hangouts. I've done 2 Hangouts using Google Hangouts, I think probably in the last 9 months or so. So, Maniac, once again, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but that's just the case. I don't use the product because I think it's garbage. That's why I leave Hangouts. That's why I'm doing this the way it is now. If there was any other way to have people come in, and I say this all the time, I would love to do streams with other people, but I don't want to use Hangouts for a couple reasons. The quality is terrible. I have issues sending invites to people, they don't get them, and it's just problematic. So that's why I typically do solo streams. And it just so happens to be that people want my solo streams. There we go. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but that's where I'm at. Let me go down through the chat here. If you guys have any other topics, maybe some positive stuff, we can go on that. Yeah, Tim Brick says you can use Skype or OBS for streams. That's what I use. Right now I'm using OBS. I love OBS. I think OBS works out really great. I like the overlays you can do. I like switching between stuff. So I am really thankful that you can use OBS or whatever, or just stream through YouTube. I've had really bad success streaming from my phone on YouTube. So OBS seemed to be the best thing to use. And I like the fact that you can hook a webcam up to that. And if you guys are looking to stream, that's how I'd recommend doing it. Get a decent microphone, get a $50 webcam, and then just stream through that. Oh, Kyle says, hope you get that silver play button soon. Tomorrow you'll see an unboxing for that on Greg's World. I got it yesterday in the mail. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Addison, or Papa Bear, says OBS and Skype for the win. Yeah, I don't use much Skype. When's the last time I used Skype? I think it was when we used to do Bricks and Bits, we used Skype. It's been a long time. But now we use Discord. And Discord, that's pretty much all I use it for. I don't do much outside of YouTube, honestly. I don't have any other social media that I'm interested in. I just like the video value of YouTube. I really love watching other people's videos. I like posting videos. I like YouTube so much more than television because you can watch exactly what you're interested in. I feel like it's so much more real than what TV is. While there are like small ads, there's not like 3 or 4 minutes of commercials that you have to sit through to watch like the rest of your channel or your show or whatever. I just find myself really having a lack of interest in TV. Maybe you guys feel the same way. I think maybe this generation, and from what I read, it seems like every quarter when when cable companies announce their earnings and stuff, it's always that they're losing subscribers. So they're probably gonna have to figure out something to do in the future. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I just really like sitting down. If I want to watch something on YouTube on a certain subject, whether it's Lego or something else, I can find a 6-minute video on that and maybe find someone that's really interesting. And I like it when people share their personality and their lives, and I'm interested in that. So I find a lot of things to subscribe to. Oh, here's the question. Do I like the new Hidden Sides theme? People say it's not like Lego to do stuff like that. I like the school bus. I think that's cool. I have no plans to do anything electronic with it. I'm just going to build the school bus. Oh, NFL says, thank you for donating to Shriners. Sure. Yeah, I'm glad you were persistent on that one. I donated them last month. I'm going to have to look through and see what we're going to do this month. I haven't done my Patreon video yet. I got to figure out when to put that in. I've been going crazy with the Lego Movie 2 stuff. I've been cranking that out. Clark and I, if you watch Greg's World today, you know what set's going to be coming up tomorrow. I'm behind on mail time. I have mail from last week and this week to do. So I'm behind on a lot of stuff. I think what I'm going to do is break mail time down and just do packages. And then I'm going to do a letter tech episode where I just read people's letters if people are interested in in reading those with me or watching that with me. That'll be a Clarkless episode where I just kind of have the camera on the letters and we'll go through those. But yeah, that school bus is pretty sweet. I'm excited to build that up. Jesus wants to know, how many Technic sets do I have? Let's see, I want to say 10 or less probably. I don't have a whole lot of Technic, but it's a good theme. There's just not a whole lot. I don't really like the bigger sets for the most part. Maybe I have more than that. I like a lot of the smaller sets, like the $20 to $30 sets are my favorites in the Technic line. And I'm finding that with Clarkman now becoming a builder, which I'm super proud of, I find like the $20 Lego City sets he's really into. They're like the perfect size for him to build as a 4-year-old. They're not overwhelming, and we can get through them pretty quickly. He did have some issues with the set we built today, but that was a Speed Champion set, and that was for people a little older. Of course, I had to put the stickers and stuff on. But yeah, I think it's, as far as the new theme, I'm excited that Lego's coming out with some new stuff. I saw someone complaining, I think it was in my comments, about how Lego needs to come out with some new non-licensed themes. So there you go. Give it a shot. I think Lego definitely needs to do something that's technology related to compete with kids' interest in technology. Because I think the days of kids being content building with plastic bricks are going to, I was going to say slowly, but maybe somewhat quickly come to an end soon. And I think Lego is going to find themselves in a lot of trouble. I don't know what the solution is for that. Maybe it is making interactive stuff like this. Maybe it's making a Lego Worlds 2 and trying more stuff like that. Maybe it's making a Lego version of Fortnite. I don't know. But if you go into, I guess I'm not really in the demographic, but if you go into a school, I imagine there's a lot more kids talking about and interested in video games like Fortnite, Overwatch, stuff like that, than they're talking about the Lego set that they built last night. Builderbrick says, am I the one that finds starting a Lego channel is hard because Lego is expensive? Yeah, absolutely it is. It shouldn't deter you from starting a channel. What I would do, if you're very limited on funds, this is actually a good topic. If you're very limited on funds and you're trying to start a Lego channel and trying to make content but don't have the money to constantly be buying new sets and sharing those, what I would do is use the bricks you have and maybe make a mock channel where you're sharing the things you built. Maybe do a thing like I was going to do, that may actually do here soon, where you make a city or an amusement park or whatever your interest is, make a Halloween town, a beach scene, I don't know. But just use what you have and try to make the most of it. I want to say one of the worst things you could do if you're trying to make a YouTube channel is rush out to buy the new sets to become the next big reviewer, because you're going to get lost in a sea of people that are already doing that, and there's no way that you're going to get any kind of traction in that. So I guess that should be my fourth recommendation for starting a YouTube channel. Don't do what you see everyone else doing. I kind of started my channel out that way, and it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I'm not a Lego reviewer. I'm a YouTube vlogger. That's what I am. And I just happen to focus that energy into a Lego channel, and that's where I've seen success. But to become a vlogger, there's a lot to that too. Like if you're thinking that is the solution, you have to, one, be fairly open. You have to have some type of personality. You've got to be at least a little bit comfortable on camera, or have the ability to slowly get there, which has been my case. I'm definitely not comfortable on camera for the most part, but I've worked towards that. It's been a long time. If you watch my early videos, it's very, very like awkward, I want to say. So I guess the moral of the story is just whatever direction you want to take, just keep working towards it. I don't want to discourage you from starting a review channel if that's what you want to do. But man, like you said, it's an expensive hobby to get into. And if you're going to rush out and buy everything you need to get to do that, it's just, you're going to get sunk. Maniac says, I tried doing my own thing once. It was awful. I tried following everyone's trends, and it was even worse. I just stopped altogether and be everyone's sub. No, I don't give up on what you want to do. I honestly say probably the best thing you can do in the Lego space, from what I can see, is instead of sharing your Lego sets or reviews or things that you've done or interesting stuff, just follow what everyone else does and become a Lego commentator. Talk about the Lego news. Talk about stuff that's coming out. Talk about your thoughts on this and that. Never actually build a Lego set. Just talk about sets. Just become a talking person that mentions about everything that's happening. And that seems to be what people are genuinely interested in. It's really strange. Like, I can make a video. I would say I'm probably, and I should test this. I can make a video where, let's just say, I don't know, Lego Movie 2. I think I did this. I can make a video where I build a Lego Movie, get a Lego Movie 2 set, build it, talk about it, share it, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like, show us playing with it, which to me is a very valuable video because you get to see the whole process of the Lego experience. Or I can make a video talking about what Lego Movie 2 sets are coming out in a couple months. And I guarantee the Lego Movie 2 set video that's talking about the ones that are coming out will get more views than the video that is wildly valuable, in my opinion. It's just, that's what people want. They want Lego commentators. Luckily for M&R Productions, who says, who doesn't want to know what Lego sets are coming out next year, you know? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, look at, Ryan's a perfect example. I looked at his vlog. He has his schedule. There's literally one day a week that he's actually showing a Lego set that he built. There's like one day for review. The rest of it is just talking about Lego sets. So he's a Lego commentator channel, and there's nothing wrong with that. He does well at it, and if you can speak well, present yourself like he does, you'll have a lot of success. But that's not me. I'd much rather, I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. Me personally, I'd rather just share what I'm doing. That's more important to me. I want to build Lego sets. I want to share those. But they're the channels that do the best. I mean, I would say the exception to that, I guess, is probably like Jang Bricks, who does reviews. But in some cases, that is sort of Lego news. He's a commentator as well because he's commentating on Lego sets he's built. But I look at what I do, and again, this isn't to brag. I don't see many channels that share exactly what we do. I share the set from the time that I get it. I talk about when I bought it, why I liked it. I show us building it, opening it up, unboxing it, building it. I show us playing with it, and I tell you what I think of it and whether I'd recommend it or not. It's the full spectrum, and I think that's really cool, at least in my opinion. That's why I do it. Do other people? Some people do. Obviously not as many people that think it's cool to talk about what Lego sets are coming out in 2029 or whatever. We've got a rumor here that Lego will be making a Lego set 35 years from now. It's going to have a set number, and it's going to have somewhere between 1,000 and 3,000 pieces. This is groundbreaking news, guys. That's basically what Lego commentator channels are. Another rant for you. Hope you enjoyed that one. What's next? Do we keep this going? Do we end it? Do I stop while I'm behind? I don't know. Now 11:08 p.m. Every time I'm like, let's stop this. I'm always like, no. People are like, no, keep going. If I can make my own Lego theme, what would it be about? Geez, I would probably just bring back some classic themes. What I would love to do is like a theme where it's like a mashup. Maybe pirates versus castle. So you'd have some pirate sets, you'd have some castle sets, and some type of mix between the two. That'd be really awesome. I know that's not original, though. So that's probably, oh, there we go. We got the don't end it. Okay, I'll keep it going for a bit here. A fantasy theme? Yeah, you could do elves. That's sort of like a fantasy theme, I suppose. That'd probably work. Oh, he has another 30 minutes to kill. Oh, I don't know if we're going to go 30 minutes. I don't have that many rants in me. He says, Greg, I got an extra bag 3 in my Harry Potter set. What should I do with that extra bag? Should I enclose the building or make a mock or what? I don't know what's in bag 3. And what Harry Potter set do you have? You could take a couple different routes here. You could try to build something out of it. That'd be a cool video. What can you do with one bag of Harry Potter bricks or whatever's in there? I don't know. You could do that. You could sell it on eBay. Maybe someone would buy bag 3, someone that's missing a bag 3 or whatever. Or just integrate the pieces into your collection. You could do that as well. You got 3 options. My least favorite theme? Probably the theme that I don't own any of, which is, I don't own any elves. Since we're on the topic of elves, I don't own any elf sets. That's probably my least favorite theme, maybe. I'm surprised I didn't get pranked with any elf sets in mail. Like there was one stream where we're talking about it, and I had this bad feeling someone was going to send me an elf set. Luckily, that never happened. I would still build it though. Here's the thing about it though is it's not like it's a bad theme. It's just I don't have a whole lot of interest in it. I don't have a lot of friend sets either. Like I have more Technic sets than I have friend sets, but there are some good friend sets. I don't have any issues building them. I know like as a guy you're not supposed to like friends or whatever, but that doesn't matter to me. Clark likes the sets just the same. In fact, that party bus, he's been rocking that thing out since we built it. He's loved it. That's probably been one of the best investments that I've made in Lego. I spent $63.99 on that thing, and he's been having fun with it. So I'm excited. I've been keeping stuff built lately. As much as it pains me to do so because I like to keep all the sets intact, and as he plays with them, they slowly degrade and pieces gets lost and stuff like that. That's what we're here for. I'm not here just to make a video and be like, here's the set I got, and then box it up. We're playing with this stuff. This is what we do. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And if the sets get broken down and they get lost, who cares? It would just be in a box on a shelf anyway. It's much more important to enjoy it. Because one day I'm going to die and all these boxes on this shelf are going to be meaningless to someone. Maybe Clark will want them. I don't know. But you got to enjoy your time. Uh-oh. Tim Brick says he's sending an elf set. Don't do it. Put a timestamp on this one, guys. If he does it, I'm going to have to timestamp this. Previously on brickitectLIVE Late Night Radio Show. Guys, my least favorite theme is elves. No one sent me an elf set. That will be funny. I think I do have some sets in the backlog, but I build everything that people send us. I'd like to get back into the routine where when we get something on, say, a Saturday, I build that on a Sunday so it doesn't go into the backlog. And like I said, this week I have like 2 weeks of mail stuff. There's like four or five letters, and then there's like maybe like 4 or 5 packages. So I think I'm going to do like a letter attack to knock those letters out, because I think about the attention span on YouTube, which isn't something that's very long. And when I start the videos out with the letters, I feel like not many people want to see me read letters for 2 minutes or 3 minutes of a 10-minute video or 15-minute video. It's just too long. So I think letter attack may become a thing where I'll just sit down and I'll read the letters fully right in front of the camera. And maybe I'll do it and not, I'll have to look them over first, because sometimes people put personal stuff on there, or put their address or their phone number or email address, so I'll have to be careful with that, but I can share it like that. I think that'd be a cool way to do it. Maybe I'll put those videos out on Monday, since I wasn't planning to upload on Monday anymore. I thought about another alternative with letters is just kind of, I've done this before in a few instances where I knew we'd have a lot of stuff to get through, where I just say, we got a letter from so-and-so, and I thank them for that. I do read the letters, but I kind of save the time in the video by not reading them on video. But then I feel like if someone took the time to write us a letter, you know, and put the time into that and share their artwork and put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox, it deserves to be shown, you know? Like, that's a lot of work to go through just to get, you know, a thank you. So we'll try it out this way. It's a fluid thing. You can try stuff out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, it does work. We can see. Well, I guess we'll judge by the views on the letter text video. If 6 people watch it, I'll know that not many people are interested in reading letters. Am I getting new Batman sets for Clark? I don't know. I haven't seen any new Batman sets as far as I know, but possibly. We are a big fan of Batman. Oh, EH said it's the Whopping Willow set. I'm sorry you bought that, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, bag 3, I don't know. I don't know what's in bag 3, so I can't say. MFL likes how I do mail attack. Okay. Buildbrick says, what if you don't have the pieces to build a mock you want to build? Because that happens to me all the time. I try to find alternate pieces. Find a way. You can find a way. It is a bummer, though, when you don't have a piece or if you lose a piece. And Bricklink is kind of difficult because you kind of have to have an order together to make it worthwhile to buy on there. You don't want to go to Bricklink and order 3 pieces or 5 pieces or 8 pieces. You want to be like stocking up. So it's tough. But sometimes you can find ways to make things work. Have I seen the new corner garage? Did I make a video on it? I want to say I made a video on it. Maybe I didn't. I've seen it. I'm not overly interested in it. I'm really hesitant to get these larger sets these days because I just don't have the space. And it hurts me to build something like that. Like I'm kind of that way with Joker Manor here, where I'm probably going to build it and then tear it apart. But Joker Manor is actually a little bit smaller than I thought it was, so I may be able to keep it intact. I'm just running out of shelf space. So when I commit to a $100 or $150 or $200 set, I really need to be serious on it because I can't. But I think everyone runs into that at some point where whatever space you're in, you slowly fill it up and then eventually you're like, wow, I've got no space left. So what am I going to do? But I still have a lot of big sets to build. I've got the carousel to build. I've got all kinds of stuff. And I find myself, if I used to be like, I'm never going to buy a set that's over $100 or $150. Now I buy those sets all the time. And when you build a $100 set, it's really hard to be like, let's tear it down. Let's tear it apart. Because you just spend hours putting it together, and especially with these bigger sets. Like I couldn't imagine tearing apart like Ninjago City. I'd probably never build it again, honestly. And it takes forever. Like Scott's Toys, Dave just said, tearing sets apart is a lot larger task than you think it is. It certainly is. Like I've torn apart sets while I've been doing live streams, and while I am somewhat distracted and I'm talking while I'm doing it, it's probably the best time to do it because I can multitask. It's incredible how long that it takes to tear apart a set. Like you're like 20 minutes into a live stream, like, wow, I just tore apart this $30 set. Insane. How do I reach 100 subs with a small budget? Do exactly what I told you to do earlier in this live stream. That's what I'd recommend. But I wouldn't be too concerned about 100 subscribers. What you need to be concerned about, and I don't think subscribers is the most important thing. What you want instead of subscribers is active people on your channel. You can have 100 subscribers, but if only 3 of those 100 people watch your videos, it really doesn't matter. Like, look at my channel. I have 40-some thousand subscribers on Brickitect, and maybe 10 to 20% of those people actually watch my videos on a regular basis. Probably between like 10 and 15%. So does it really matter when you have that many subscribers? I don't think it does. It is really strange, though, when you get that level of subscribers on YouTube or when you start getting up there. It's weird because your opinion almost becomes more valuable. And I've seen that with other people, other videos that I watch. It's like you almost have like this level of respect just because of the subscriber base you have. And I just don't agree with that. I find a lot of channels with much fewer subscribers than I have, and I like them just as much as ones that I watch that have much more than me. But it is strange. But don't worry about subscribers. Just try to make the best videos you can. People come by and they'll start watching your videos. They like what they see, they'll subscribe and they'll keep watching and commenting and stuff. I would rather have, instead of 100 subscribers where hardly anybody does anything, I'd rather have 10 people that are just super passionate about the videos you make. I'd rather have 10 subscribers and 10 people that comment and like interact than have 100 subscribers and nobody does, you know? So again, just stick with it. But don't stick with it if you're not passionate about it. Don't even start. Crater Bricks saw the Lego Movie 2 yesterday. I hope you liked it. I really enjoyed that movie. I want to see it again. I don't think I'm going to go to the theater to see it again because it'd be kind of inconvenient to do that. I'm looking forward to coming out on Blu-ray so we can watch it. I love watching movies in the convenience of my home. We watched First Man. I watched that movie yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. That was really cool. If you guys haven't seen that one, it's the story of Neil Armstrong and kind of like his life going into becoming the first man on the moon. Whether you believe that happened or not, the moon scene and just all of the missions that he was on and how they filmed it inside the cockpit and the claustrophobia that you felt and like just the ricketiness of these ships that they're on. It was incredible. I thought that movie was really a good watch. So if you guys ever get a chance to watch The First Man, check that one out. I didn't really know much about it going into it. I knew it was about Neil Armstrong, but I didn't look at any reviews or anything. I just kind of got it through Netflix, and yeah, I thought it was intense. I was like, it was really intense when they were landing on the moon, and I just couldn't imagine what it would take to do that. It was just craziness. Sunshine Girl says, I think that's what my hubby and I will do for Lego too. Watch it at home. Yeah, for me and Clark to go there, like if you want to talk about the financial end of it, to watch a matinee at our little theater, it was like $18 and some change for the two of us. If you're willing to wait, like I do with Lego sets, if you're willing to wait, I don't know, what's 6 months? I think it's even less than that these days. You could buy the Blu-ray probably the week that it comes out for $22, have it, own it. You get the digital version as well. Watch it whenever you want. That's probably the way to go. You just have to have some discipline. And honestly, I think that's the only reason that movie theaters are still around is because they have a monopoly on watching videos or watching movies early. If they didn't, nobody would go to the movie theater. Well, some people may because it's like an experience. You get popcorn, you get to watch in front of a big screen. But I'll tell you what, my couch is probably more comfortable than what the seat I was sitting in is, and my TV is really nice. And I'd love the opportunity to watch the movie when I want. I can pause it if I want. I can drink my own soda and make my own popcorn that's pennies on the dollar of what they charge to the theater. I certainly, like, if I had the option, day one, go to the theater and watch it for $20 or own the movie for $20, I would buy the movie every day of the week. And I'm sure most people would too. There was a time, though, when movie theaters were like this, the only place you could watch something, and they had air conditioning, and you didn't have air conditioning at your home. And you could say the same thing for arcades. There was a time when, to play video games, you had to go to an arcade, and that's where you enjoyed things, and that was the only place you had it. But when it went into the home, that was the end of that. They could probably still keep arcades alive if it was like the new Fortnite games coming out, but if you want to play it in the first 6 months it's out, you have to go to an arcade to play it there. People probably would still go to an arcade. I am kind of bummed, though. My movie theater, I see a lot of people told me or were showing that they were getting poly bags and stuff at their theater. They're giving them away, and I was like, I didn't get a poly bag. Where's my poly bag at? Yeah, if we would have gotten any kind of snacks today, literally we left McDonald's, went to Target, got some Lego sets, and went there. If we would have gotten popcorn and a soda, it'd probably have been another $15. So, yeah. Isaiah's Junk saw Incredibles 2 in the theaters, and it wasn't fun. Dude, that was Clark's first movie we went to the theater to see, and we had a good time there. We got soda and popcorn. I don't think I filmed it. Very awkward filming in a movie theater. Be careful with that, guys. It was funny, though, because Clark, at the time when we watched that, he was too light for the seat. So we kind of had to keep our leg over to keep the seat from coming up because he didn't weigh enough to hold the seat down. But that was cool. So we've seen 2 movies in the theaters with Clark, man. I want to see Wreck-It, or is it just Ralph Breaks the Internet? That's one that I want to see that I think he'll probably enjoy. I haven't seen that yet. Not many kids' movies are out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to see. There's not a whole lot. My list is kind of small on Netflix. Lego Freak says when he goes bowling, he goes to the arcade. It's so much fun. Dude, I can't even find arcades around here. There's like no arcades, which is a bummer. I love the experience back when I was a kid of going to an arcade. EH says, if you end up really not liking the movie that you buy, you can't return it because you already opened it. And if you don't like it in the theater, you can leave and get a refund. I don't think many people do that, though. I've personally never done that. Anyone here that's watching this, have you ever gone to a theater, started watching a movie, and then decided you didn't like it, then asked for a refund back? I mean, I imagine they would do that, but I guess another thing is I typically know what I'm getting into when I go watch a movie. I don't really just watch a random one that I hate, but I could see it happening. The real boss move is you watch the whole movie, don't like how it ends, go out and ask for a refund. See if you can pull that one off. The Brick of Power, funniest comment of the night here. He says, when I went to see the Lego Movie 2, the people we saw it as brought their child who probably too young to watch the movie, and he kept yelling Batman through the movie. I could see Clark doing that, but he was actually pretty quiet during the movie. He was just watching. Yeah, but that's not fun. That's the other thing about being at the theater. You got people like sneezing, coughing, kicking the back of your chair, whatever. Sometimes it's not the greatest experience. You got people that smell bad. Ugh. But luckily, when you go to watch a movie Friday at 12:50 p.m., at least in my area, you end up becoming 2 of the 3 people that are in the movie theater, and that actually worked out pretty well. Private screening of the Lego Movie 2. Yeah, Papa Bear says wear a mask. That's just funny. Wear a hazmat suit when you go in there. That's why I prefer to watch at home. Here's the thing about buying movies, though, and I find myself doing this all the time. Maybe you guys can relate to this. I'm sure there's people that do this too. I buy movies, like, I'll give you an example of a movie, The Last Jedi. Love that movie in the theater. I think I was one of the few people that actually liked that movie. I bought the movie when it came out. I had to have it, right? So I bought the movie. I don't even know if I've watched it. I bought the movie, maybe watched it once, but then it just sits there. Another movie I went to see in the theater that I absolutely loved called The Martian, starring Matt Damon. I bought that movie. I still haven't opened it yet. It's a terrible idea for me to actually buy movies, but I don't find myself watching them. I guess probably because it's physical media. And I think if it was just like digital and I could just be like, play The Martian, I probably would be more likely to watch it. But man, that was good. I honestly, Papa Bear loves The Martian. I wish I would have read the book before watching the movie because I heard the book is just fantastic. If you guys haven't seen The Martian or know what it is, it's about this guy and his crew that go to Mars, of course, Martian. And there's a storm and they leave. The problem is, just like the movie Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, this guy gets left behind. So then he's forced to survive on Mars until they can come back for him, at which I won't spoil it, but he has to do a lot of stuff there to survive for the years that it takes to make the journey back to potentially get him. It's crazy. And the cool thing about it is, at least according to what I've heard, is that from the book, the guy that wrote it actually did a ton of research and interviewed people, and the stuff that he does to survive is potentially things you could do to survive there, which is really cool. Samsonite says, just joined in but won't be able to stay long. It's after midnight in Nova Scotia. Dude, it's getting late here too. I'm going to wrap this up fairly soon. Why don't we'll go for 59 minutes. We'll keep this going for another 11 minutes. We'll make it very difficult for anybody that wants to watch us later to sit through this. The funny thing is, every time I say that, I'm like, nobody's ever going to watch this whole thing. I get comments, people are like, I watched it, I enjoyed it, or listened to it. I always appreciate when people do streams like this because I sometimes like to multitask. I usually miss streams live, and I don't have notifications turned on for YouTube, so I miss 99% of streams, unless I happen to be on YouTube at the time. But I really love just listening into an entertaining stream, whether it's one person or several people kind of bantering back and forth. It's just kind of fun to listen into and hear them talk about whatever it is they want to talk about, interact with the chat. It's cool. I kind of wish more people would do it. I wish I would do it more, honestly, but like I mentioned way back when we started the stream sometime early on, I'm trying to prioritize my channels. And I know long term, as much as I like getting on here and just kind of, going on rants or whatever we do here, my favorite thing to have in the future, I know, is going to be those videos with Clark. So that's where I want to focus my time. So instead of doing an hour of live streaming, I'd much rather be either filming or editing a Greg's World video for that hour. And I'm sure you guys understand that. And hopefully the content that's coming out of there is much better or more entertaining than what you're getting here. But sometimes it's nice just to sit down, turn the microphone on, especially these ones. There's no camera on me. I can just sit here, zone out. I can talk to you guys. I can talk about whatever's on my mind. I find this it's almost like therapy. I'll probably regret my rants later. I kind of already do. But hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. Hopefully you get something out of this live stream, whether it's you were thinking about starting a channel and maybe I helped you, or maybe I talked you out of it. Maybe it was something that we talked about that you thought is something to look up or you want to learn more about. Maybe you were just entertained. There's like 4 types of entertainment. It's like encouraging, entertaining, informing, and there's something else. I'm going to have to like write those down. I'm going to try to fit my videos into those things. I like to kind of trend more into the entertainment field than information field, because that's kind of what I look for when I go online. But that's pretty much the reason people go on YouTube. You either want to learn something or you want to be entertained. And if you can nail it in one of those categories, you'll find a lot of success. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I'm going to encourage you to do it. Either entertain or inform people. And as we mentioned earlier, I think most people want to be informed, at least in the Lego space. Maybe they just don't realize they can be entertained. And I hope they do realize that. Come over to Brickitect. You'll realize you can be entertained with Lego. We might not be talking about what 2038 sets are coming out, but you're going to see a guy and his kid just really enjoy the heck out of a Lego party bus. And that's where that means more to me than anything. Oh man, Square Brick, thank you so much. He's heading out, but he said he made his channel in December because of me. Well, that's an honor. Thank you so much for letting me know that. That means a lot to me. And I want to thank everybody. I think the people that are here right now, or maybe if you're watching in the future, you're the people that are, I don't want to say super fans, but if you sat through me talking for the last 51 minutes, you obviously, there's something, we got something here between the two of us, right? I appreciate you taking the time to comment on videos. I really enjoy reading the comments. I try to reply to them when I can. I heart the heck out of comments. Everybody, there's just so much positivity through the comments. Unless I make a video where I say that I didn't like a set, then a lot of people come out and they're like, I hate you. But man, it's really cool to make something that you're proud of. And I say this is why I love making YouTube videos, and it's cool to make something that you're proud of, put it out to the world after you just spent like an hour editing what is probably like a 5-minute video, and then you get this instant feedback that's like, loved it, awesome, great video. And that's only the first second that's been uploaded. But after that, you get the more thoughtful comments and people talking about things. And I love it when I make a video showing us enjoying a set and people are like, I wasn't going to get this, but I think I'm going to get it. You sold me on this set. That's an honor. If you could watch us have fun with something, I mean, I may not do amazingly thorough reviews like Jang does that tells you about every intricacy, but if you see us really having fun with a set, maybe that's why you want to buy it, right? Maybe that's more important than what color yellow Emmett's Thricycle is. So maybe we should end on that. I think we will. I want to thank all you guys for being here. I'm going to try to do more of these. I really enjoy the late night radio show. I love Good Morning World. If you're not subscribed to Greg's World, get over there, subscribe. You're missing out. If you're only on my Lego channel, you're missing, I want to say, about 40% of the content that we put out probably. And I think you'll really enjoy it over there. It's kind of like behind the scenes of our life if you're more interested in that. Or if you're curious what goes on outside the Lego studio, go over and check that out. But even if you don't, I appreciate you guys being here and spending some time with me here tonight. Hopefully you had a good time here. I certainly did. And I want to wish everyone a glorious evening or morning or whatever time it is that you're watching this. If you are watching this after the fact, leave me a comment. Let me know that you stopped by. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next video, which will happen to be tomorrow on Brickitect. And I'm going to try to do another live stream here this weekend. I don't know. I'm going to maybe try to do it Saturday. I don't know what it's going to be, but stay tuned for that. Make sure you have notifications turned on. And be alerted when I put out a video because you got to be there. I got to have you guys there. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.